Hey, I'm Mike Stangl. We're here in Virgil, Ontario, Canada, at Virgil Greenhouse with Peter. I'm not even sure, Peter, are you the owner?
Yeah, owner with my brother-in-law. My dad's now out of the picture. Still here every day, but yeah.
So last year in April, I got a phone call, communicated with Peter, came out, we're in his greenhouse, and he had a Fusarium problem. Explain why and what we're looking at here inside this greenhouse, because it's on a regenerative movement forward. Sometimes it could be very scary and lacking of information. And I think that's where I'm here to help you bridge, is in that information gap.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can see here we grow cut flowers. Ranunculus is a particular niche flower from Italy, and we grow another flower, freesia. That's in another range. We're growing kind of monocrop, so we're growing over and over again, maybe 3 rounds in a year. And when the crop's done, we steam the soil. And this is something that's been done conventionally in the greenhouse sector. You just steam it and then plant again. And you kind of kill everything, and it's easy. In the last couple of years, we've been spraying lots. And we spray lots, and I hate spraying. I just hate it. But and then I follow these people online, and for many people that are doing awesome work. And you know there's a way to do it. It's just, how do I apply it to my facility, my application? Because growing outdoors is a lot different, and I don't want to lose my production, or I have a lot invested here, so you don't want to have a whole crop fail on you. So there's ways to monitor it, and then to do it and apply it. So that's kind of why I called you. And how can I get away from steaming and bringing in the biology to not get Fusarium?
Yeah. And the other is that the Fusarium, as we now know, is an endophyte. Mm-hmm. And because of the way you steamed on the process between all the crops, is it between the crops you do that?
Yeah, in between crops.
Yeah, and then you also rototill?
Yeah, we'll spade the soil down to 16 inches. We loosen it up, and then we'll steam it at 140 Celsius with big green tarps.
How many days?
We steam from 4 to 6 hours.
Okay. So with respect to when we got the call, we came out, I have no idea what the plants were. Ranunculus, freesia. So it's as scary shit for me as it is for him to walk into something as such as this, because even when I used to talk with Elaine quite often back in 2015-16, she'd always say, Mike, never hesitate to put a chemical on, because that's a paycheck and you don't want to lose the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both understood that, and as we were coming into it, you had a Fusarium issue. I have a Johnson Sioux. We had to DNA test it, and I know that we could actually use the Johnson Sioux to control, and more so not control, but to enhance the diversity within the soil to stop Fusarium from being diseased, but be going back to an endophyte. And that's what you were seeing in the first results. Like, you were seeing the crops not having that impact from the steaming. Like, tell us what the observations visually of what you saw since we started to now.
So we're doing 2 small trials right now. And it's almost, the crop is kind of growing the same it would normally would. And maybe, but I'm not having the weed pressure that I would have in those particular areas. And we're just starting off with a small trial at the moment. I don't know, did you see anything else?
No, but you were talking about the colors. Remember when the plants were coming in relation-wise to the other? There was no yellowing.
No, yeah. In our freesia crop in particular, we'll get Fusarium is very bad. We probably replace 25% of the bulbs annually to Fusarium. And in those areas, I didn't have any Fusarium pressure. So yeah, I hope to expand on that. But the problem is maybe I'm jumping here, but no. When we're applying, because we're set up with our fertilizer, we're applying with a AB tank, which is applying based on the EC. So we're applying salts. So my next project is kind of to lower our inputs with salts and grow it just as well, right?
Yeah.
Because the salts are going to kill our biology, right?
Push the biology back.
Yeah.
But what I found within this greenhouse and your ranunculus and with your freesia, you're basically your output doing it this way on trial was equal.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
You didn't have a negative impact going back, though there was a front end investment of a little organic matter.
Yep.
And the understanding of how to make his own compost tea.
Yep.
And the one thing is, I supported him with the compost from the Johnson Sioux, and he made his own extract. And I shouldn't have said tea; it's an extract. And then we used molasses, and squid juice was in there too. Now the thing is that he's going to make his own Johnson Sioux for 2027. It'll be ready, but in the interim, I will be supporting him throughout that with my Johnson Sioux. We will be getting a DNA tested again in another month or so. And then what we use is AI to validate what we could do with that compost and how much I need per area or per block within the greenhouse. Other than that, he hasn't seen really any impact of Fusarium.
Nope.
But have you seen impact anywhere though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've seen it other areas, but not in the trial yet.
Not in the trial yet. Nope.
And we say yet because anything could happen.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we are living a real trial where we just walked into it, we're figuring it out, and then maybe this year you might extend it to another block.
Yep. No, that's the goal.
And then it's almost like the groundworks for a 5 to 6 year business plan of converting everything over from high inputs to lower inputs, but to more management. And as we mentioned on a conversation the other day, it takes more noodle now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not as simplistic as just following a calendar and spraying.
Yeah, and typically in the past, I didn't do much of the growing, but I'm more of this crop in particular, the ranunculus, we have over 1 hectare of it under glass, and 10 years ago we started, and we just started in a small area, but we said it's a spring flower, but we wanted to grow it all year round because this flower is very popular for weddings, and you can get good dollar for it. So we said, let's try to grow it all year round in Canada. When our summers here can be up towards 30 degrees, we keep it actually below 20 degrees in here. And it was just more, let's figure out the crop one thing at a time. What's the climate? How much light do we need? Climate cooling, and then starting the bulb preparation, everything. And then every so many years, we've kind of fine-tuned it. And then the last point is, then we're doing more saps and mineral management. We're getting that fine-tuned. And now it's my next kind of goal is bringing that bricks up. And then now it's bringing the biology in. And I just like to myself, and now I'm getting more involved in the growing. And I love the regenerative movement, and it's our kids' future. And I don't want to be spraying in this greenhouse where my employees are working.
Yeah. And the one thing is, I didn't mention is that we were taking soil samples on a monthly basis, if not bi-monthly.
Yep.
We were looking underneath the microscope, and we were following the biology within the fungus. When we started with 0.
Yep.
Now we're at 50%.
Yep.
And we're getting there. And then the thing is, the bonus of building up that diversity as we see is the Fusarium's in check. And your production is equal. It's not going to express anymore until we get to a... Yeah.
And I don't necessarily am looking for my production to go up. I would like it to be the same, because at the end of the day, I'm putting a ton of inputs in the ground for the area, but it's a high value crop. So, but my more is I want to have the highest bricks possible.
Yep.
So what's the best way to do that?
And the other, we also take care of his home lawn. And we found that a peach tree did very well, because every time my son showed up, he saw how sickly this little tree was on your front lawn, and he sprayed it. And you didn't realize he was spraying it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you got 5 kids, or one on the way.
One more on the way. Yeah.
And then the girls don't want to be, and they found how many worms this year?
Lots of worms. Yeah. More worms.
And so in the real world, outside of this glass house, it's doing value. And at the same time, you're looking at new property. Potentially grapes, a block of grapes, and a block of peaches.
We own grapes that we have a partnership with a neighbor.
Yeah.
But the peaches too. I had a peach tree at the beginning of the season when he came in, and it was dead. I thought there's no way. I was going to pull it out, and then I don't know how it came back, but it was both. So I see a lot of potential there, especially in this area. We have a lot of peach peach orchards.
In vineyards, and they
Yeah.
spray quite often.
It's bad.
It's
So,
deadly in this
yeah.
area.
Yeah.
And on that note, I want to thank you for doing this little interview. I know it's our first time and my first time with doing it this way. And I really appreciate the opportunity that you've given me to come out and do this work, because I'm learning every day. As you know, anything I learn, I pass on to you. So you can learn as much as I know.
And I can, you're teaching me and you're giving me that kind of feedback because you can test it, right?
Yeah. Up down there. Nice. But anyways, I'll cut it here, and we'll look forward to talking soon. Cheers.
All right. Thanks.
Unlocking soil wealth, boosting root biology. Stangles.com